glad that people. All right, guys, welcome. This is Results Driven by RW. I, of course, am RW. Excited you're here on tonight. I want to do a little bit of housekeeping before we get started. Got a lot of information that I want to share with you and a lot of conversation I want tonight. I kind of want us to open up and see how we can be of assistance to each other as we go forth. Want to see how we can define some things and make some things make sense. A couple of housekeeping things. Want you to take notes if you can. I know many of you are moving, shaking, grooving, all that good stuff. Some of you are watching me now live. Some are watching on different social media net outlets. Just want to let you know that we are excited for you to be here tonight. But if you can, take some notes. Hopefully, we're going to drop some bombs tonight, some things that are going to help you hopefully tweak a little bit of what you're doing. I don't believe there's massive changes that any one person can do in one particular setting, but I do believe that there are certain nuggets that you can get that can shift you to a whole nother direction, okay? If possible, camera on, even if I can only see the top of your head, Angie, but even if I can just see your forehead, I'm just glad to see. Hey, there you go. Hey, there she is. I see the whole face now. Bless God. What's going on, Miss Angie? But yeah, if you can, guys, I know some of you guys, like I said, are moving, grooving, some are changing, moving, and that's okay. Busy people understand busy people. And I do understand it's good to tune in, tap in, to see what you can do to hopefully adjust your life just a little bit. Comments, I want you to open up my chat real quick. If you would give me your name and your business, put that in the chat for us. I want to make sure my chat is working. All right, I see you typing in, chatting in, I like it. If you would do me a favor, I'm gonna go through a little bit of a monologue tonight, and then we're gonna do some major dialogue on tonight. I really wanna dive into where you're at and see how I can particularly help you in this group Zoom. One thing I do like about what we're doing is trying to make sure every time you leave here with a challenge or the opportunity to move your business, your life to the next level, okay? All right, so let's dive into tonight. I wanna hear about this week's wins. I'm gonna start out, I ran my half marathon. I'm excited. Oh my goodness, it was crazy. But the great news is I finished. I didn't finish in the time I wanted. So you know what I did? I signed up the next day. So I'm already signed up for 2024. I've also decided to run the Arizona Half Marathon next year. And in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be running a Spartan. So that's my wins this week. I was so excited. If you guys aren't doing anything to challenge yourself, I'm going to challenge you to do so. You don't know what you can do until you put yourself out there. And trust me, 13.1 miles ain't no joke, but it was a blessing to be able to do it and press myself and really push myself beyond myself at some points to keep going forward. So that's my win. What else we got out here? Who's got another win? Give me another win this week. All right, I maybe have to sing the Jeopardy music. Do, 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 do. Come on, Miss Sharia, what you got?
Hey, RW.
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm awesome. I'm with a client at the moment, so I'm protecting the privacy right now.
That's
But
appreciate you being on.
yeah, my win this week is I have invested in private labeling. So you will see sugar scrubs and lotions coming out by Manny Girls by Sharia. So I'm really excited about that.
Awesome. You are taking one business and multiplying it within the business. I like that. I think sometimes we go off into these different tangents when you can just use one business and just branch off in that one business and make multiple streams within one. I like it. Good job. All right, who else? We got a win out there for this week. All right, come on in. All right, well, tell you what, I'm gonna give you one more win, because see, I celebrate my wins. I want you to get to the point to where you start celebrating them, so I'm gonna give you one more. I wrote my first ebook, and it's finalized, it's done, it's ready. I'm super duper excited about my ebook. Never would have thought that I would write a book. And the beautiful thing about this is it was something that I envisioned for this year, something that we set a goal. It's on my sheet. We accomplished it. So I'm here to tell you guys, it's something that I had to call my mama. I had to call my friends. I let folk know that I could not believe that I actually wrote a book.
You want to go
And
right here so you don't have to keep carrying it?
the thing about this is to where now it was something that, once again, I'm a math guy. And
Yeah,
so
sure,
being a
sure.
math guy, I'm like, there's no way that I can write a book because I ain't that smart. But with me and my high school diploma and my 8 months of high quality community college, working with a wonderful lady called Delshana Moore, she helped me to put together my very first ebook. And the cool thing is, guys, it's actually going to be going out for $29.99. But if you guys want a copy of that ebook, you can hit me up today and I will get that ebook out to you for $9.99. And the one thing about this ebook, just so you know, is tied to a course that I did and I'm doing for $24.99. So you'll get $2,400 worth of knowledge for $9.99. If I was you, I would take advantage. And as the world gets it, it's going to be $29.95. So I appreciate you guys so much for your support. I'm excited about this. Guys, when I say results driven, that's exactly what I mean. I promise I will never push you to do something that I won't do first. Matter of fact, I challenge myself to go first. I challenge myself to set the bar to where now you guys have something to attain to. So we want to keep it moving forward. I'm going to challenge you guys. The next challenge, you got to do it yourself. And we actually put together a special book price. So for $6.75, my girl Deshauna, who is in our network, will put together your ebook for you. This will include one up to 20 pages, publishing, distribution, coaching sessions, book cover, formatting, editing, all that stuff. She literally did everything in this. Only thing I had was the material, and she took my material and made it into an ebook. It's almost like having your own personal ghostwriter who pretty much takes what you have in your words and begins to break things down. So guys, I'm going to challenge you. You want to take advantage of this offer. Many of you don't realize that when you write a book, that book is forever. So I know right now that I just built legacy. You know, we talk about legacy, but imagine having your book out there where now you can develop a legacy. And I know this, I'm actually writing another one that I'll have out here probably later, the end of April. And then I also have another one that's coming out in September. So it's funny how that momentum happens. So once you get one out the way, it's like, wait a minute, I can do another one. I can do another one. So guys, jump on board. Many of you, some that were there on Saturday, they actually ended up purchasing this actual wonderful price. It's only good through March 10th. So if you guys can, I advise you jump on board, get that book written. Some of you, I know you want to do that 50 million pages, but start with just a little ebook. Start with something that you can put your heart and soul into and watch it expand. All right, did I talk enough about it? Good. All right, guys, let's move on. So tonight, I want to dive into hobby or business. Hobby or business. This is going to be one of those topics that I know is going to be, it's going to be tight, as they say, but it's going to be right. In other words, I need you to define tonight what you're actually doing. Because at some point, you have to ask yourself the question, I can't be doing all this stuff and not be reaping the benefits. Or at least know that I'm actually now knowing what to call what I do. Because a lot of guys that I talk to, you know, I have a slogan, you know, this ain't no hobby. I don't do this for fun. But I'm finding out a lot of people are doing stuff for fun, which is fine. But let's do some defining tonight on what it actually means to actually have a business. Okay. Now, first thing I got to throw out there is one of my sayings. I think I coined this, or I might have stole it and then coined it myself. But once I say it once, I give the person the credit. Once I say it twice, it's all mine. But anyway, don't let what you know hinder what you don't know by not getting what you need to know. In other words, guys, don't ever get to a point to where, well, I know that. If you around people that say, I know that, be careful. Because once you get around a bunch of people that know a bunch of stuff, then it's hard for them to actually receive more information. And I do know this in life, that you do not know it all. I know, contrary to popular belief, but we do not know it all. There's always something we can learn from someone else that will help us be better than we were today. Okay? So don't let what you know hinder what you don't know. All right? Now, as we go forth and ask these questions, what's the difference between a hobby and a business? And you know what? According to the IRS, I actually pulled this from the IRS website. It says a business operates to make a profit. Let's stop right there. When you're in business, your whole goal should be to make a profit. Now, it also says that people engage in a hobby for sport or recreation, not to make a profit. And so this sounds like, well, of course I'm in business to make money, but the key being is, are you making money? Okay. And if you're not making money, I'm going to help you tonight to start making some. In other words, I'm going to put you in a position to win starting tonight. I'm not going to leave you out there. I'm not going to talk bad about you, I promise. But I do want you to come to grips to where this is what you have as a business. Let's define it and let's start making sure it's important to you. Now, the biggest key being, guys, and if I can kind of stop the share and just give you a little bit of my heart right now, many of you are doing and helping a lot of people.
Gary?
And you're bringing extreme.
Hey, what's up, man? It's Deshaun. I'm calling because I got your request for a list of Green Valley and Henderson Home.
I like it. But many of you are giving extreme value. I mean, extreme value, but you're shortchanging yourself. And here's why you are shortchanging yourself, or how. The way you're doing it is you're actually allowing others to be more important than your family, than feeding your family. And this is something that some of you are like, no, not me. You're always giving people more credence to you, to you than your family, because when you are doing a service to someone that's helping them and bringing value, then you should never feel bad about wanting value in exchange. Okay? I know sometimes it's difficult for many of you, especially because you have great hearts and you help a lot of people. But I want to tell you tonight that we're going to take what you have, that you bring value to, and I'm going to really push you to be okay with accepting money. In other words, getting to the point to where you literally know that you are doing a person a favor when you actually ask them to pay you. Matter of fact, you'll get to a point where people are going to want to pay you every time they sit down with you because your value level is so high. But always remember this, people only treat you the way you treat you. And so if you don't treat you good when it comes to value, then people are not going to value you as much as, they're only going to value as much as you value you. Okay? So let's get you to the point to where you're now looking and excited about giving people an opportunity to pay for your services. In other words, I need you to stop downplaying your services. I need you to stop asking and giving discounts as much as possible. Or if you're going to discount it, make sure that discount is the price you want. We talked about that before. Also, I want you to stop having people to give you or want hookups. You know, you are more important and your family is more important. And if this business is not maybe bringing your livelihood, I'm sure it's helping enhance your lifestyle. So that's the big thing about business is either it's something that, like for me, this is what I do. I don't have any backup plan. I don't have plan B or C or D. I'm a business guy. That's all I know at this point in my life. And for many of you, that might not be you yet, but your business is an opportunity to bring additional income to improve your lifestyle, okay? And that's okay too, okay? But in that, making a decision, which one is that, okay? So back to our screen. So the IRS says it like that. It says, look, a business is built to operate to make money. And here's a question that I propose on here is, can a hobby turn to a business? Absolutely. Matter of fact, many of you have hobbies that we've talked about that really are a business. You just didn't know it was a business until we sat down and I showed you how to profit from the thing you're already doing. And this is important because you have to realize that some businesses, matter of fact, a lot of businesses start out as hobbies. But once you get to a point to where that hobby now starts taking on income, then now that hobby literally turns into a business, according to the IRS, not just me, okay? Now, here's 3 steps to know you have a business. This is when you know you're serious. Is number 1, of course, you have a product or service that brings value in exchange for finances. So many of you on this Zoom, of course, have businesses. Now, with those businesses, some of them are services and some of them are products. Now, the key being is if you have a service, do me a favor, write in, I have a service and what that service is. And also, just for clarification, A service is something that you offer to someone for a fee that's not a tangible product, but it's actually a service. Okay. In other words, if you do consulting, you do admin work, which I know many of you do, you have a service. Okay. Now, some of you own clothing lines and you actually have a product. In other words, your product is whatever that clothing thing is. Okay. And so that's important to recognize that some of you have a service, some of you have a product. And this is important to know, guys. Then some of you have a product with a service, and that's awesome because you can have both. Now, with a service, if you have a service, then my thought gonna be to you is, what is your offer? And when I say offer, what is the thing that you're giving value to your client that they are willing to pay you for? Okay? Some of you are consultants all day long. Anybody on here been giving people free advice forever? You've been just giving free advice to everybody. You just helping everybody and their mom. Anybody pass by want information, you got it. They need to know about getting a home, you got it. If they want to know about this, they want to know about finance, you are the one that you are the go-to. And everybody calls you, boop, phone ringing up, I got a question. And it's always, hey, I got a quick question. Hey, I got a quick question. Any of those guys, those are service guys. Those are guys that you're constantly getting those phone calls, okay? And so that's wonderful because that means that people need the value you carry, okay? Now, the flip side of that is when people call you, do you have a offer that now you can say, can I give a quick way and demonstrate on how you would do an offer? Let me go back. That's one way, but I want to show you another way. Like right here, bam. Client calls me, hey man, I'm starting a new business. Man, I really don't know what I'm trying to do here, but I need some help. Wonderful. I got this crazy ebook. You can get it today for $29.99. This will give you 10 steps on how to get started your new business. Once you read it and you go through it, call me, let's schedule a follow-up and we'll get you set up and going. You guys hear that? You guys got that? Okay. Or here's another offer. Hey, for a special price, Delshana is gonna show you how to write your ebook, okay? And now here's the price she's offering for the ebook that now she can actually give you a great discount, which is $1,500 is what the original price is for this, and we'll be back to $1,500 after March 10th. But this is a product, this is a service offer. In other words, she's offering you a service for a price. Are you guys getting me? Okay, so in other words, it's to where now you have to ask yourself, what services am I offering? Yeah, I like what you said there. Some people, hey, I need a budget. And you just, oh, no problem. You send it out. What if you offered budgets, $59.99? What if you offered, I will show you how to get into your house, $29.99? I know some of you are like, I don't see charging people. That's why your business is still a hobby. Okay? Until you get to a point to where you can offer with your service, offer an offer. In other words, let them know I can help you, but I can help you for this. I had a lady call me the other day, wonderful lady, I loved her life. She sent me something that honestly I didn't want to do, didn't have time to do. So what I did was I gave her an offer. I said, hey, I'll do it for da da da. And it was a nice big offer on something that I knew would only take me 15 minutes. Okay? But she said, no, I need you to do it. So guess what? She paid me a big price for a service that took me 15 minutes. Okay? How many of you guys are taking 15 minutes out of your day, your time, your family's time to help somebody else, but not receiving any profit for it? If that's you, raise your hand. I'm giving away a lot of free stuff. I mean, free information. I mean, whatever you need. All right? You doing it? You guys, you feeling me? You feeling me? Okay, good. Now, how do you turn your service into an offer? Okay, write this down. Place a price tag on what you offer. Write this down. Place a price tag on what you offer. And guess what? You get to choose the price. Ta-da! Right now, whatever you're doing, you get to choose the price. Okay? You make it to where it's beneficial to the person that you're helping and also your time that you're serving them. Now, this is going to go to, guys, how much you value your time. That's why some of you need to get out of this hourly rate thing. Stop doing hourly rate stuff and just do an offer. Okay? Now, that's for you guys that have a service. Okay? Now, if you have a product, like i.e. you're exchanging something to a client physically, okay? I'm sorry, product, like Angie. I know Angie does clothing. So that means that now people are gonna come to her to look to get clothing. Tiffany, she has a personalized stitching business that she does embroidery and all that stuff. So now my question to you is, do you have, even in your product, a special that you wrap things together? Do you have a special? If you own a clothing company, you should have the shirt, the pants, the jewelry as a package, to where now you can push that package out to people. And I know some of you are like, well, what if they don't like the package? That's okay. You still offer it a la carte as individual pieces. In other words, getting to the point, guys, that you realize that with a business, there should be some return on what you're trying to accomplish. Now, what's going to happen on the flip side of this is many of the people that you've dealt with in the past are going to now be like, oh my God, I can't believe you're charging me for that. When the sad thing is, you should have been charging them a long time ago. But that sounds like a you problem. And that's why, once again, your business is not turned into a real business yet. It still looks like a hobby because people don't realize that you actually run a business. Okay? So I hope that helps you a little bit when it comes to that part. Let me go back to my screen. I know this is a little heavy tonight, not too heavy, but I want to make sure you guys get the difference, okay? Number 2 is you got to maintain records. So if you know that if you have a business, it's got to have complete and accurate books and records. If you are doing something, then there should be something that you're accounting for all the things that you're doing, okay? In other words, you should have a ledger. You should have, like, I know Cherie, I think she does nails. So she should have a ledger of all the appointments and the money that she makes from those appointments, to where now she'd have something reportable to the IRS. Now, I know some people are like, I'm not trying to report to the IRS. I have no sympathy for people that write checks, because I write big checks every year to the IRS, okay? When you don't write a check to the IRS, that means either A, you've been able to write down all your stuff, which is great if you're not buying property or doing other things. That's awesome. But if you are, welcome to the Write a Check Club, okay? Next thing is, guys, it's going to depend on your income from the activity for their livelihood or lifestyle. In other words, the income you get from this is going to really affect your family and how your family lives. Right now, who on this Zoom values people more than they value their own family? No takers? No takers? No takers? So now what happens is, if you don't allow people to put themselves before your family, that won't happen. Because how many know your family needs to be taken care of? Everybody knows that, right? Family first, all right? So that means if your family is first, that means when someone comes to you and want you to do something that's going to cost you time away from your family, what's that worth to you? Maybe you haven't put a price tag on it, but I'm asking you tonight to put one on it. Start getting to the place where now it is not, guys, you know, I own an outreach center. I gave away over 200,000 pounds of free food last year. Just this week, I gave away over 4,000 or 5,000 pounds of free food. I'm a big giver. I believe in sowing. I'm a tither. I give 10% plus to my home church, plus other organizations. So I know some of you, before you start getting upset, realize that you want to give more. But in order to give more, you must make more. Okay? The path to your financial success is going to come through your income. And your income comes through your business. If it's not coming through your business, then I want to check you on tonight to see how I can help you make that thing profitable. Let's see let's see if we can take what you know and turn it into dollars. In other words, I guarantee you on this Zoom, every single person on this Zoom has something that they offer as either a service or a product that can be bought today. I guarantee it. Anybody on there owning the investment property? I know Troy does. Troy, can you write a 5-step ebook on how to purchase an investment property? Can you write a 3-step book on how to deal with renters? Guys, just that quick, man. You can take what you already know and apply it. Lakeisha, I know you on here. I see you, girl. I see you. I'm looking at you. All that information you know, how to take advantage of housing, how to take care of all these things that you're doing, package it. Get a flyer. Give it to people. Text it to them. Get an ebook. All of these things matter because now as you're building your business, they can now also have other, what if, I'm going to show you guys how to do this. So next week, I hope you tune in. I think probably the next week or two, I'm going to show you how to get affiliate income. Get income that you don't have to work for, but showing you how to tag along with somebody else to where now they make money and you make money. This is going to be stuff this year, guys, that I'm going to show you an inside peek of how I make money. And I'm going to let you know how you can do the same thing. Okay? This is important because most guys and people won't tell you what they did or give you the thoughts to make money. They'll tell you how you need them to get it done. I believe that I am so valuable that no matter what, along your walk, you're going to need Ron Williams. You're going to need RW. You're going to need me to help you stay focused on what you said, or you're going to need me to help you take what you got to the next level. That's the confidence I have in myself, only because I'm coming from a position of I'm doing it and I've done it. Okay? This is important for some of you guys because you're dealing with people, and we're going to talk about this in a moment, that have not done what you're trying to accomplish. If they have not done what you've tried to accomplish, how can they really help you? They can have a lot of ideas, but case in point, guys, some of you that have regular jobs, if you're with your coworker and your coworker is making the money you're making and they ain't doing nothing else, but they're talking about how to do dot, 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 I don't know how much validity I would take their information in because they have no proof, no social proof. You know, how can you tell me something that you have not done and be effectively telling me? It's almost like the difference between a travel agent and one of those people that actually travel and take those group tour people. You know, a group tour person is either been on the tour or taking you on the tour. A travel agent is just scheduling the tour. But the travel agent might have never been there. But they're telling you, oh, it's going to be great. I've seen all the videos. How many of you guys are working with people that only see the videos? I want you to think about that. We got the video. Well, did you do it? Have you been there? Did you go to Africa? Twice. Have you been to Israel? Once. Have you had over 10, 15, 20 properties? Have you, in other words, what have you developed that now you can really show me that it does work? Or are you going to tell me, anybody gotten some pipe dreams in the last couple of years from some people? Yeah, I think this will work. I think that'll work. But you look at their life and you know whatever they're doing ain't working? Anybody got a few people? No takers? Okay. Anyway, so I want you guys to really start looking into this. As we go forward, I need you to have results. I did this whole thing for you to have results. This is the whole purpose, guys. Okay? So here's what I want you to think about. Are you in a collaborative environment or a competitive environment? Let me put it all to make sense. Collaborative being that, like we're doing, people are all on here trying to get to where they're going, okay? So now that means that we can share information. I feel free to share with you guys anything that I'm doing. Not to brag, because remember, it ain't bragging if it's true, number one. Number two, is to make you feel okay with having this conversation. You know, how many know you can't, guys, many of you love your mom, love your dad, love your cousins, you love your best friend, but how many have those people that you would never take financial advice from, but you love them? They're good people. But you look at how they have doing and done their life, you're like, nah, I'm good. Now, we can be good friends over here, but when it comes to this, you can't help me. When it comes to this thing, you can't help me. You ain't there. And that's okay, but making sure that you understand what you're dealing with. Or in a competitive environment, people are trying to do what you're doing, so you're almost jockeying. And it's like, no, I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing. I don't want you really to know what I'm doing. Or I'm only doing it to get you involved in what I'm doing. Okay? In other words, I don't want to work with you. I want to work against you and make things a little more difficult for you trying to get to where you're going. How many can say that I'm in a collaborative environment, which is what we want you to do? Or how many can say I'm in a competitive environment? The people around me are sharks. They're looking to try to take me out, low key. Matter of fact, if they could, they swoop in and steal my business if they could. How many are in that environment? Okay, you have to get to a point, guys, to where you realize that this is something, okay? And it makes a difference, guys, as you're dealing with people from this day forward. I want you to ask yourself, is this person someone I can collaborate with, or is this someone that's in competition with me? Okay, because if you're in competition with somebody, you really can't, it's gonna be hard to make that thing click. It's almost like if me and you were trying to do the same business, which honestly, I don't feel like there's any competition. I just don't. That's why I'm a coach to coaches at this point, to where now as so many people out here need help, how can I, or even you, help everybody? But I do know that you might need someone that's doing what you're thinking about doing, all right? And showing you how to do it on that next level. And that's what I'm here to do, all right? So now with that being said, I kind of said a whole lot in a short period of time, but I want to talk about this a little bit. I want to talk about where you're at in, I know it's a business, so I apologize. I'm not trying to be facetious. I'm trying to let you know that you have to separate it now, because I need you to start thinking about, how do I make my business a business that creates income? And if it's already creating income, awesome, but have you stagnated in an income to where you've only done one thing? Maybe you need to know how to scale this thing. And maybe that's the big problem, is scaling. I need to know how to take what I'm doing and scale it to the next level. Maybe that's you. Maybe that's you. So on tonight, let's open up a little bit. I want to chop it up with some of y'all, hear what you're thinking out there, because I hear your minds clicking. Well, before I do that, though, let me give a big shout out to my girl, Delshana Moore, who helped me write my first book. Appreciate you, girl. How you feeling out there in them streets?
Hey, I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Good, 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 good. So what's going on? What you thinking about this hobby and business talk tonight?
I think it's always a good perspective to recognize that if we're not making money, not making sense. And that we do have to be tougher with who we work with. Thank you, Sharia. Tougher with who we talk to and who we work with. And I think when we gain that toughness, that outer layer of skin that allows us to say those things. Perfect. Just go to my website. You know what? I'm gonna send you the link. You can go ahead and book your call. And the call is $25. Is it 20? Yeah, it is. And I ain't got it right now. Okay. But when you get it, then you know you got the link. And just have the link. I think we need the language and the comeback. And so some of what I heard from you tonight was the language and the comeback.
Yes.
To know, consciously know and understand, I gotta start charging. It's another to actually have the language and the comeback. Because as soon as they say, oh man, I ain't got it, our heart just starts bleeding all over the place. Oh my God, they don't have it. I can help them. And it's time out for that. Because every time we help them, we lose. Every time we help them, we lose. We lose time with our family. We lose time with the people that God has sent us to help, to raise up in this season. And we lose time for ourselves. And no one takes that into account as they pull from us and pull on us all the riches and all the gold that we have on the inside of us and all the gems that we offer. They don't take into account what it cost us. I wrote that the ebook for you was done in about a week and a half. But it took me a year to figure out how to do that kind of stuff. It took money. It took investment. It took going to classes. It took paying attention to other people and doing some research and all that kind of stuff to get to the place where I could even be able to do something like that, even be able to share the information for something like that. It came with a cost. And so I think that it's imperative. I posted some of your quotes on Facebook tonight too. It's imperative that we realize that we too need to count the cost. We need to count the cost. What did that just cost me? Because the people that we are called to serve and the people that we're appointed to serve, their checkbooks are open. Their wallets are open. They're praying, they're asking for help and support, and they're waiting for us to be in that position so they can write the check. And as long as we keep helping people who we weren't called to in this season, then we're missing out on them. So you asked my opinion, that's it.
I love it. I love it. Sounds like, and if I can maybe, I won't put words in your mouth, but it sounds like sometimes we can take time with the people that don't value us and miss out on the people that will value us.
100%.
So in other words, we'll spend time with people that are broke, busted, and disgusted because we're comfortable there, instead of working with people that we can actually help, that can actually write the check for your services that you offer or your product.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's a mouthful right there. So Dominique, why is it so hard sometimes to charge people? Because you do this out of love.
I think sometimes it's easy because people are so used to calling you, hey, I know you know this, can you help me? People do me like that all the time. And instead of me saying, yeah, it's gonna cost, I'm just giving the information that someone is looking for. I think it's easy because I've adapted to the situation. That's behind me now. That was yesterday, not today. So
It makes a big difference. I know me and you have talked, and I think my biggest key is, and I will always push, especially to my single moms that are out there, I have mad respect for you. But anytime somebody takes time from your kids, that has to be accounted for. Single dads, I'm sorry, but those that are single moms or single dads, anytime somebody pulls on you, just remember your babies don't get that time. Did that sink in a little bit? Because if you're giving more time to people that aren't valuing you, I mean, no, your babies need gymnastics and all these good things and all those stuff. And you can't do those things for them when you're spending time with people that don't value you. But can I tell you guys something? This is gonna cut your list a little bit, because you got people that are gonna value what you do and people that don't value what you do. Matter of fact, I wanna say just about everybody on here, if I haven't put money into you, I'm sure I'm waiting to put money into you, because many of you know I don't have a problem giving out money, because I'm a sower. I believe that if you sow, case in point, one of my good lawyers friends, she actually went up for judge. She didn't make it this time, but when she first started 15 years ago, I sold into her company $500. Just, hey, she said, what's this for? I said, just use it as a retainer or something. I don't know, I might need you. I don't know what you do, but whatever. I know you're a lawyer, you're starting your business. But because of that, I can call her at any time and she's answering my calls. Guys, sometimes we don't think about, why do we give to people that can't give back to us more than we give to people that really want to give back to us? I know many of you are charitable. That's wonderful. I got 2 nonprofits, and truly they are nonprofits. But I have businesses, and those businesses, in order to take care of the nonprofit, the businesses have to function to feed the nonprofit. Are you following me? So now, if you don't have something that's bringing an income while you're helping people, then you're gonna keep helping people, and you're gonna find yourself sitting with them. I wanna help a few people. You know, you'll find yourself sitting with them in need. Hey, how can I? It's like, wait a minute, I've given so much of myself to here, to the people that keep calling on me, that now I don't have what I need to take care of my stuff. And that's something that now we have to fix that, okay? Because ultimately, here's what I want you to think about. And guys, I hope you're with me on tonight. If you are, who do I want to use? Troy, coach. You know what, man? The thing I did, the reel that I did of you and your guys in the championship, it garnered almost 5,000 views on my page, okay? But the thing that people liked was the story of seeing someone do what you did, okay? But now they saw the clip, but the clip had it's crazy because that clip was only like a 1.5 minute clip of one of your guys getting the touchdown, okay? But they didn't see all the practice, all the coaching, everything that you had to put into these guys for that one play. Think about this, guys. You went to school, you got your degree, you got your this, you got your that, you've been traveled the world, you've been all over the place, you've done all these things. And so when someone sits down with you, they're sitting down with all that, all your life experiences, everything you know. And that's why people like Dominique, actually all you guys, I can say all you guys make the hard simple, only because you've mastered your craft and you've made it so easy that people take advantage of the easy way that you do things, not realizing that you might go and click a button and it works. but that took you 15 years of working all through the problems, the solutions, to make that work. Think about your mechanic. Anybody ever looked at their mechanic when they went into your car and just hit a little button or did something and all of a sudden, oh, it's done. That'd be $1,000. What? $1,000? You just went in and what are you talking about? I had a fuse that was out in my car the other day. I went to the place to get the fuse put in. $100 and 50 cents. Oh, well, you know, the labor. Guys, you got to start charging labor like the dealership charges you when you go get your car fixed. Because I guarantee you, it ain't taking them that long as you think it's taking them to fix that car. Because many of those guys, they're using all their experience to just take a look at what you're talking about and tell you, I know what that is. But for them to say, oh, I know what that is, that's 15, 10, 20 years of experience of what not to do to help you in that one moment. How many of you guys have never realized that you got all this, and when you sit at the table with somebody, they get all of that? And check it out, you're doing it for free. All your education, just think about it, got all that stuff that you got. And you sit down with somebody and they're like, well, I know it only take you a few minutes. Yeah, it might only take me a few minutes, but it took me, the situation I just said about the young lady that called me, yeah, it took me 15 minutes to do it, but it took me a long time to figure out how to do it before. That now when somebody else calls, I can knock it out. LOC might take me 30, 45 minutes to do, maybe. But I charge $800. Why? Because it took me a long time to figure out how to do it. And now because I've mastered it, yes, it takes me like that to do it. But the value is still in all that I had to do to learn how to do what I'm doing. That's the value. I just saved somebody time. The book that I wrote, 0 to 30 Days New Business, 10 steps in there that will take anybody from 0 to a new business within that time frame. That means that now they literally have an opportunity to get all this information in less than 15, 20 minutes. How many think I've undervalued my book? I'm actually looking at raising it up after a little bit, I'm telling you, because my program is $24.99. The book is only $29.99. But anyway, another story. All right, guys. So Troy, you're looking at me funny, but Troy, you got all this coaching experience. You've been to a championship. You've done all these things. So when someone else sits down with you, they're sitting down with a coach that's been to the big show, that know what it feels like to be on the big stage. But they just want to hear from you, hey, tell me how to do. It's like, wait a minute, I'm gonna give you everything I got and look for nothing in return? I don't know, Troy, tell me straight up, is this sounding crazy or is it making a little bit of sense?
It's making sense. I think today is a great reminder, you know, that we all have some value to give. I'm a thinker, so I see that I think too much sometimes. And if I have a person that's asking me, let's say within this coaching sense, tell me what it takes. You know? How can I make it simple? You know, but sometimes it takes a little bit of detail. But yeah.
I mean, right now, because you've been to the big dance, could you do a coaching seminar or session to teach coaches how you got there?
I could do a seminar session. I can. But I'm still learning. I'm gonna tell you that. You know, I'm very grateful and blessed to be able to do that within the first year. But you know, I was an athlete before, so you know, there's some things I do know.
But 1 year with a team with issues of emotional instability, you took a bunch of cats that was like, and made them a team. That's value.
Yeah,
Now
that's perspective too.
How do you get that to now monetize that to help other people, but make sure it's worth your time?
It's a great question. But you just gotta find the market. I know this year I was trying to tap into like a coaching clinic just to kind of gain more perspective. You know, always be a student, take down notes, because that right there in itself is around the corner. You know, we already in March. Um, but work is busy right now, so I think ultimately though, you got to find a market. So the coaching clinics I'll be tapping into, I can ultimately see myself, you know, being a speaker, right, presenting information, which would be cool. Uh, yeah. Baby steps.
I got you, but I just want you to think on that next plane before you get there. And also, too, and here, guys, write this down. Don't let anyone prostitute your knowledge. Stop letting people prostitute your knowledge.
Hmm.
Some people are being pimped with not just the other stuff, they're taking all your knowledge that you've had to gain and they're getting it for free. And they treat you like a $2 hoe. Oh man, that's some harsh words right there, huh? Anyway, thank you so much, Troy, man. I appreciate you, baby. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Lakeisha, you sitting there jumping up and down. What's going on with you? What you thinking? She's clicking in. Uh-oh, Lakeisha, you're still on mute.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There you
I was hoping you didn't see me hopping around and jumping around spaces. You know, I'm kind of dramatic about the truth. It's one thing again to just hear it again, right? I've been in business, so I thought a long time, right? I thought I was in business. I started out with the nonprofit. I started out broken. I started out believing that you shouldn't charge people for anything. Like, we got to feed the poor. We got to get out here. As I started to see people literally come up to me, ask me a question, take my idea, go make $10,000, and I'm still hungry, and then come up to me and say, hey girl, come on, give me another 10. I started to feel some type of way. And as I began to feel some type of way, then I began to like emotionally sabotage my own business, walk away, leave the business. They walk away, they make $2 million. Now I'm ready to fight. And I'm feeling some type of way. And I'm a minister, by the way, pastor, preacher, all that, right? So then I have to try to figure out what just happened. Okay, that didn't happen one time, that happened multiple times. And still to this day, I'm watching people eat very well off of idea. I don't necessarily feel some type of way about them. I feel some type of way about myself because I'm trying to find out, why do you keep doing that? Like in a competition, a person that's competing against you don't always tell you that they competing until they feel like they could do it better than you. And then they go take your stuff and they do better because, again, like you said, if you didn't value it and you just over here, woe is me, I got this great idea and it's great, and you don't move on it, how can you get mad at someone else for taking your great idea and doing it better than you? Because at some point, I had to learn that obviously I don't value it if I just keep giving it away, if I keep letting people bully me. You know, I can make as many excuses for why I walked away, but technically it was me that needed to go and get some inner healing, that really needed to figure out, what do you really do, and understand that I'm a GOAT at many things, but what is the one thing that I really love, that I want to make money off of, that I don't care if somebody like, oh, she thinks she got it all. People gonna say whatever they're gonna say. 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna say it to you. So really, if someone's bringing you information, they might just be a little jealous or competitive. So why are you even entertaining the conversation? Because you just gave out all that energy, but now I'm in the energy assistant line, and now I'm over here broke with everybody else, and I'm trying to figure out what just happened. I got to look at myself, and I have to value myself, and I know I'm a GOAT. So I can either care that don't nobody like me in the room, or I can stand up and be the woman in the room that already know what to do with the information and just try. But it took a long time. It took a lot of crying. It took a lot of failure. It took a lot of coaching with RW. And, you know, standing here now, I'm seeing that again, like, I happen to get on the call and realize that I'm still struggling with value because I'm worried about people being upset and talking about me because I charge. But at the end of the day, when Faith needs these Jordans, nobody's here to help me pay for them Jordans, and she's not wearing no Reebok shoes. she's just not gonna do it. Cause I told her that she's supposed to live a life of legacy, right? So if I'm telling my daughter that she need to be a business owner, she looking at me trying to figure out, well, why did you just go do 15,000 things and now you telling me that we don't have food today? So I just had to get it right within myself, and just stop playing with myself and look in the mirror and tell myself, no, you are worth $100 today. And if they don't pay it, somebody down the street will. So I just had to really just keep being real with myself, and look at myself and get on this call. And regardless if I want to hear what RW got to say, I know what he's going to say. And I know that I need to be on this call because I need to be motivated to be okay with saying, no, it's going to cost you $100 to sit with me today. And if not, then I'll see you at the next event. I love you. And just get my heart and my emotions out of it, because you're right. I have to separate, but I didn't know I was a people pleaser. So sometimes you got to go back and you got to do the inner healing, and you got to do the inner work that's causing you to believe why are you over here worried about somebody that gonna go and, you know what I mean? I just had to really get down to the bottom of knowing this is not a safe place for me to try to heal and do business. This call right here with RW, it ain't got nothing to do with church. It ain't got nothing to do with religion. I could come on this call and I can get what I need. I'm still a woman of God, but it just kind of takes some of the pressure off because I'm really on this call because I want to get coached to do and get results, So ultimately I can't care when I get on the call, how I get on the call. I just got to keep showing up. And then eventually the information I need will be right here available to me. So I just appreciate, having a place that I know, oh, shoot, it's 6:00. No, let me settle down and let me make this a priority. So I had to make it a priority to make sure that I don't miss this Thursday 6:00 call, because if I keep missing a call, then that means that I don't value the people who are trying to help me, when the people that I really need to be around, they're on this call. They're not in the community waiting on me to give them some food. And I got to figure out how to do both, because that's the business that I'm in. But it still means that I have to care enough about me, care enough about my life, and do what I need to do regardless. And sometimes that means that I got to keep me away from me, and just be okay with getting in where I fit in and starting, and just being okay with knowing that sometimes you just got to start somewhere and just be okay with that. And just don't look back though, right? Just keep going from there. So I'm just grateful, for the call.
Beautiful, beautiful. I need you to do, as soon as possible, put together a offer. In other words, people that call you, and some of you know, how many got people that call you on normal, natural stuff all the time? Just call you up. Had somebody call me, hey, I need a DBA done. Oh man, no problem, man. I can get that taken care of you, not problem, man. I'll shoot you my invoice and then I'll go and get that taken care of you once it's paid. It becomes just a natural conversation. It doesn't become, well, I'll just go ahead and take care of it for you. I'm sorry. Every time I think about that, guys, I think about the time I spend away from my wife, the things I want to do with my kids. And so that comes back to my head to where every time you get me, and it sounds like, once again, there's one of these calls to where I need you to really check to see if you have a hobby or a business. If you have a business, then for the spiritual people that are on here, which I believe everyone is to a certain extent, is in business, it says be men. In other words, be focused and be without emotion. And that way you can make sure you take care of your family and you can take care of the things that you want to do, but make sure the things that you want to do don't supersede the things you got to do. Okay? You got to take care of your family. You might want to help somebody, but you'll help them if they value you enough to understand that your time is important. Okay? I think it makes a big difference. Terrence, I know you just jumped on. You're kind of a little bit tail into this, but that value thing gets screaming through here, huh, man? How you feel about that? I mean, I know it's tough out there in them streets, but you got a lot of information in your head. How do you manage not giving it all away?
Pretty much, I put myself. I had read from this book a while ago about virtues, and so I kind of have the similar thing as the lady what she said earlier about being a people pleaser, but not she been making it happen though with them money mindset. But for me, I try to do self-reflection every single day. I be doing a lot of writing, so that's what helped minimize that for me. So like, you know, every single day I'm always trying to get information, but it's not like I'm not trying to hide it from people, but it's like it has to have a value on it. So I understand that.
Makes a big difference, guys. I know for me personally, I mean, I thank God, you know, when I first started out in this, my mentor, which I thank God for, he told me, he said, man, don't ever just get information from people. Offer lunch. If you can't do this, offer something. Let them know that you value their time. And that way now they will be more open. I don't know what it is, but when somebody give you money, you make more time for them than you do somebody that don't. Okay, maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. Because you got to have a priority list, you know, and you guys know me from business that my priority first is take care of my family, which is income. Then once I get to my income, I'll get to the other stuff that, yeah, I need to work on, I need to help somebody with, but I need to work on what's going to bring me income first, because my family, once again, is more important. And I know the income is going to help me take care of my family. Then I can actually help more people as I've taken care of my family. So my family is first, then the other people kind of fall in where they do. And that's something I want you guys to think about tonight is, are you overshadowing people by being more concerned about them? And then those of you that don't have a family yet, maybe you're even putting yourself to where you're actually giving out more than what you're getting back. And once again, guys, remember this, people only treat you the way you treat you. Do you value your time? Do you value what you do? Some of you guys, you haven't realized it yet, but I'm investing in you. I'm investing my time because I believe greatness is in you, and you value my time by making sure that you send in your monthly contribution, your monthly amount to be a part of this. And then many of you have already taken advantage of my $1,000 plan to where you actually had me for a whole week or 2 months or 3 months. And I have somebody that she said, I can't let you go. I can't do the Zoom thing, but I'm doing this. And so it's funny how people, they have their own things going on. But when people value you, you'll find yourself being more amicable to help them. But when people don't value you and you let them take advantage of you, then now you've allowed someone to prostitute you and pimp you out. And that, like my girl said, they're taking your information, they're making a whole lot from it and not letting you get any benefit from it. And that's something, guys, I need you to stop. You don't run a hobby, you have a business. So be a business person and realize how valuable your time is. All right, real quick, guys. I know last week I had a challenge out there for Mr. Terrence and I believe Miss Dominique. I want to see how that challenge went. Wait a minute, hold on one second. Let me grab my phone. I got my Cash App ready. Let me see what we got to do with the Cash App. So Terrence, what did we do in our challenge? Oh, you're on mute.
Oh yeah, I'm about to say I had accomplished my goal. So yeah,
what?
I accomplished my goal.
Oh man, wait, hold on 1 second, man. Hold on 1 second. Text me your Cash App, brother. I'm gonna take care of that right now. I want to get that. I'm gonna get that 100. I said 100, right? Congratulations. I got you.
Can I explain how I was able to do it though? Because I think it was very important.
Hit us up.
So when I used to make videos, it used to take me like 2 hours to do it, which is kind of like a decent time that I had become efficient with it. But when I wanted to like scale it up to maximize it, I've been using ChatGPT and this video AI. So it's like it could get the transcripts when you record and it could like cut in between your inputs. And there's this other, I could send the links to y'all if y'all want, but there's this other AI website where it's free and they could pretty much like put images on your video for you. So I pretty much had artificial intelligence helping me out with it, but I was still doing the editing.
Wow.
Yeah, man. It just made me open my mind more. Like, cause when I failed last week, I was like, I'm gonna do this. So I started looking at videos on YouTube, and then that's why I came across it. So I can send the links to y'all if y'all want.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. But now, have you ever done that many videos before in 1 week? Wow. That's
not even in 2 weeks. Not even in 2 weeks.
Wow.
It was a fixated mindset action when I think about it. So I had to do some self-reflection. I was able to do it. So I'm proud of myself and I appreciate the push. Yeah.
Man, that is amazing, man. That means if you can do it 1 week, now the expectation level should be up to where now you can actually start pushing yourself. And that's the stretch, guys. That's where you got to stretch yourself. Send me your Cash App. I got you. I
Okay.
want to succeed. I want to take care. I want to invest in you because I'm gonna need that information. And so I'd rather invest now while you net there. That way you won't forget about your boy when he call you. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Good job. Good job. Good job. So the challenge was, I believe, to what, 5 videos? Or how many videos was it?
My bad, I keep messing up on the mute button. It was 7 videos, but you challenged me to do 10 videos last Thursday till this Thursday.
Wow.
So you had kind of tricked me, which was kind of interesting. And it just made me like think outside the box, which I became more creative. Because now, I mean, I write down my thoughts and I write down what I'm thinking and I try to keep on like solving it like a puzzle. So yeah, it was 10 videos actually.
Wow, man, that 10 videos in 7 days. And the most you've done, and it took you more than 2 weeks to do the same thing before. So man, that's amazing.
Exactly.
That's the results I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Great job, great job, great job. Make sure you send me that Cash App, man. I got you, I got you, I got you. All right, Dominique, well, yeah, don't disappear on me. Don't feed the black on me.
No,
Dominique,
I didn't disappear.
what happened? What happened?
Congratulations, T, on your goal for the week. Okay, so for me, I did not reach the goal. My goal was to sign 4 clients this week. I didn't sign 4, I signed 3. But it was cool because it got me out of my element, talking to people that, you know, I have people that I've been in contact with that actually needs my help that I didn't know. So it kind of just got me out there in a sense. And then so like Thursday night, I signed my first client. And then, you know, I just been talking to people, reaching out to people, and people been hitting me back. And it's actually working. So I didn't reach the goal, but it's still a win for me because I'm still winning. I didn't reach the goal, but I did do some work. I was working.
I'll put it this way, darling. The whole mindset that I'm trying to get you to is you could have done more.
Yes.
That's all. You did more than what you thought you could do. That's results. That's what I'm after. That's that, man. Congratulations. Man, that is amazing. So you got 3 new clients.
3 new clients this week in 1 week. So it was really cool because I have a goal of 8 clients that I want, particular clients. Even though in my goal, these weren't clients that, you know, are monthly service fee clients. They just needed some assistance on a few things. A client is a client, but I'm looking for specific clients that I'm targeting right now. So I'm not just taking anybody on as a client. I'm being really intentional on who I'm going to work with. So,
man, that is powerful, amazing. Congratulations. Even though, like you said, it wasn't about the goal per se, it was more so about you just to stretch. Guys, if you can get it, I want you to get in the stretch. Get to the point to where you're actually doing more than what you maybe thought you could have done. But now the cool thing is, which I love, is you made money. And to me, that's what this is about. You know what? I don't want you guys to have hobbies out there. I want you guys to have businesses. And it might be low-key selfish in the aspect of, I want the results, because in that way, as you're sowing into me, I know that you now are sowing into good ground that's now producing a harvest in your life and your business. So that's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. 3 people. I'm excited about that. Anybody else? Who else challenged last week? I'm getting old. I've been forgetting stuff.
Well, before you move on, I had one guy, he came to me and he needed some stuff done. And when I told him the price, he's like, "You gonna charge me?" Yes, I had to charge you. My kids have to eat. So that was like my response. My kids have to eat still. So he did not sign. He didn't sign with me. I didn't do the paperwork for him, but it was just like, he was looking at me, the audacity, you gonna charge me? Like, yes, I'm charging you. Okay, that's my final answer. That's it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Because now you put the why and tied it to why you got to charge. You know, I got to charge you. I really, if it were up to me, I wouldn't charge anything. But my kids got to eat. And if you ain't going to feed them, then that means you got to show enough. If you're taking advantage of my services, I need to get, because I'm giving value. then it's not robbery to expect value in return. So guys, don't, I mean, because like I've got guys now that are on my squad that I've been helping. Some have been reaching goals of gosh, I mean, it's crazy goals right now that they never thought they would reach. But when we sat down, they were on my program, they're on my one-on-one, we're actually hammering out their total plan. And now they're 3-6 months in, and these guys are seeing amazing results. Matter of fact, I got some videos, testimonials that'll be coming out real soon on some of these cats that I'm actually working with individually, corporately, trying to show them how to shift their business and make things a whole lot better. So guys, I'm telling you, results driven is not just a slogan, it's who I am. I gotta get you to the point to where you're surpassing your own personal goals. And I told some of you already, I wanna work with you, but I won't do it for free. But I wanna work with you because I know, here's what I know I can make you money. I have no doubt. I can make you money. I can show you how to change the game. I guarantee you, it's like this. If you gave me $1,000, I showed you how to make 10,000. Is that worth it? Delshana, I'm gonna bust you out real quick. You can beat me up later. But Delshana, just with me on a situation we just did, in one day, in 2 hours, she made 1,500. That's just rocking with your boy. Because God, guys, I'm here to tell you, my goal is to get money in your pocket. Okay? And so when you're rocking with somebody that's collaborating with you, I will take what you're doing, find out how we can work together, and then put it in a package and send it out there. So I want to do that with you. Okay? Our time is far spent. I appreciate all you guys for being a part. You guys are amazing. I hope you got some value tonight that's going to help you, or if nothing else, got some adjustments to your thought patterns. And now, and as Dominique said, go out there and tell folk, hey, I wouldn't charge you because me, myself, I like helping people, but my family got to eat and they can't eat. And I'm out here in these streets. And also it will frustrate your people to see you out there doing all this good and not them or you benefiting from all the work you've done, okay? So we talked about last week. Biggest thing here, guys, don't go alone. Get the help. I got you, I promise. How can I help you? Guys, all these areas. I can show you, not just tell you. It's one thing to have someone that tells you, oh yeah, I think you should do that. It's another thing to have somebody that actually shows you and helps you get it done, okay? I can do those things. You guys are part of the coaching program that you're on now, $99 per month. Don't be scared, send that checks. I will take your money. In fact, I've had people send me more than what I thought because they benefited in such a massive way. So I'm so excited about you guys being a part of this. Do me a favor, help me by helping somebody else and get them to be a part of Results Driven. Guys, some of my guys are actually doing my monthly services, but then also they're needing some checkups. So if you need a checkup from me, do me a favor, click on my link or text me. Let's get you in for a session. My offer is there, $225 to sit with me for one session. That's only one session per month, guys, but at least that gets you in the door and gets you to where now we can actually talk about your particular situation. One-on-one, guys, I really, man, I want you to be a part of my one-on-one. I know that I can help you. I know you can benefit. I know you will see the results. Zero to new business in 30 days, guys. Now there is the ebook. Now, of course, the ebook can't help you actually do it, but this part of what we do can help you get there. And many of you that have not put the pieces together, you need to sit down with me so we can put those pieces together for you. Other than that, guys, you guys are simply amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. Stay the course. I promise you it gets better. There's so much that you can do and accomplish, and I believe that we can do it together. Big shout out to all you guys that have been a part and rocking with me for a while. Do me a favor, do you a favor, do your family a favor, get them involved. Matter of fact, next week, guys, my last little nugget is I want you to invite a friend. Invite a friend. And matter of fact, those of you that invite a friend on next week and they show up, I want you to take $50 off your monthly coaching fee. That's right, I said it. Invite a friend, take $50 off your monthly coaching fee because I want you to be blessed as you bless somebody else. How's that sound? All right, guys, tell somebody. Don't keep me a secret. Open me up. I got some things I want to share with you. I got a lot of people I want to help. All right, God bless you guys. Have a great night. Be great. I'll see you guys soon. All right.